Today, I'm compelled to delve into the profound concept of confronting our giants. It's effortless to discuss giants when they seem distant, looming over someone else's life like colossal sentinels on a far-off horizon. However, the true test arises when these giants encroach upon our sanctuaries, whether they be physical, emotional, or psychological. When we're faced with the realization that a giant has trespassed into our space, or even more disconcertingly, taken residence within the recesses of our minds, the enormity of the challenge becomes palpable. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like the video. You can help me continue spreading the teachings of God. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell to avoid missing any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment number 1. If you don't, please comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's begin. These giants, which we all contend with in one form or another, bear myriad names. There's the formidable giant of fear, whose presence subtly infiltrates our thoughts and actions, often without us acknowledging its influence. Yet, regardless of the specific manifestation of our giants, one lesson I've gleaned with time is that they tend to assert their dominance most vehemently within the valleys of our lives. It's in those metaphorical valleys, when we find ourselves at our lowest ebb, that these giants seem to march relentlessly towards us, casting a shadow of doubt and trepidation over our every endeavor. The biblical narrative in the 17th chapter of 1 Samuel provides a poignant illustration of this truth. We are transported to the valley of Elah, where King Saul and his army, representing the collective might of Israel, find themselves entrenched. Yet, it's not the rugged terrain of the valley that renders their position precarious. Rather, it is the looming presence of a singular adversary, a champion repeatedly referred to as Goliath, who epitomizes the formidable nature of their giant. This familiar tale, often recounted from childhood Sunday school lessons, serves as a poignant metaphor for the battles we each face in the valleys of our lives. Whether our giant takes the form of self-doubt, financial hardship, relationship turmoil, or any other formidable challenge, the essence remains the same. The valley amplifies the intimidation and the seemingly insurmountable nature of our giants. In essence, confronting our giants requires not only courage, but also a profound understanding of the terrain in which they thrive. Just as Goliath found his strength magnified within the confines of the valley of Elah, our giants often seem most invincible when we find ourselves in the depths of our metaphorical valleys. Yet, just as David emerged triumphant against Goliath, armed with little more than faith and a slingshot, so too can we overcome our giants by summoning the courage and resilience that lie within us. It is in facing our giants head-on, even amidst the valleys of our lives, that we discover the true extent of our strength and resolve. Indeed, when confronting giants, the focus invariably shifts to the external circumstances. In the case recounted in this biblical narrative, the stage is set with the Philistines positioned on one mountain, Israel on the other, and the valley stretching ominously between them. It is within this stark landscape that the imposing figure of Goliath emerges, a champion among the Philistine ranks, casting a shadow of intimidation that looms large over the Israelites. Standing at an astounding 9 feet 7 inches tall, clad in formidable armor, Goliath issues his challenge with unwavering confidence, taunting the Israelites to send forth a champion to face him in single combat. The weight of his presence is palpable, sending ripples of fear and dismay through the ranks of Israel's army, reducing them to a state of paralyzed terror. In this tension, the narrative abruptly transports us to the quiet town of Bethlehem, a mere distance away from the battlefield. Here, in the humble abode of Jesse, a father instructs his youngest son, David, to carry provisions to his elder brothers who are entrenched in the conflict. Unbeknownst to David, he is about to be thrust into the very heart of the impending confrontation with Goliath. Unfazed by the daunting spectacle that awaits him, David, with the innocence and purity of heart that characterizes him, sets out from the fields to fulfill his father's errand. It is this unassuming shepherd boy, whose devotion to God shines brightly within him, who will soon emerge as the unlikely hero in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. As David traverses the distance to the battlefield, the echo of Goliath's defiant challenge reverberates in the air, yet it fails to deter the young shepherd. For in his heart burns a fervent faith and an unwavering trust in the Almighty, serving as his shield against the intimidating presence of the Philistine giant. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 with your name below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me, so I can pray for you. In this moment, poised between the towering might of Goliath and the unyielding resolve of a simple shepherd boy, the stage is set for a confrontation that will resonate through the annals of history, a testament to the power of courage, faith, and the indomitable spirit of those who dare to confront their giants head-on. Saul's skepticism echoes through the air as he addresses David, expressing doubt in the young shepherd's ability to vanquish the formidable foe that is Goliath. Yet, David's response resounds with unwavering faith, drawing strength from past victories bestowed upon him by the Almighty. With quiet confidence, David recounts how the Lord had delivered him from the clutches of both lion and bear, instilling within him the assurance that this Philistine giant would be no exception. Undeterred by the imposing stature of his adversary, David selects 5 smooth stones from the nearby brook, placing them in his shepherd's bag, which dangles securely from his waist. As he approaches Goliath, the rhythmic clatter of the stones within his pouch serves as a testament to his resolve, while a simple stick in his hand is poised as his only weapon. In the face of Goliath's menacing array of weaponry, David stands firm, his unwavering gaze fixed upon his adversary. With unshakable faith, he proclaims his allegiance to the Lord of hosts, declaring his intent to confront Goliath not in his strength, but in the name of the God of Israel whom the giant has dared to defy. With a swift and decisive motion, David reaches into his pouch, retrieving a single stone and launching it towards Goliath with precision and purpose. The stone finds its mark, striking the giant with lethal force, and in an instant, the seemingly invincible foe is felled. As the echoes of the momentous victory reverberate through the valley, David seizes the severed head of Goliath, a tangible symbol of triumph, and carries it triumphantly to Jerusalem. In this singular act of courage and faith, David not only secures a decisive victory over his giant, but also etches his name into the annals of history as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who dare to confront their giants with unwavering faith and determination. Indeed, as we delve into the aftermath of the battle between David and Goliath, it's crucial not to hastily overlook the significance of the concluding verses, particularly verse 54, where it's mentioned that David placed the Philistines' weapons in his tent. This seemingly incidental detail holds profound symbolism, inviting us to ponder what else might reside within the confines of David's tent. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 with your name below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me, so I can pray for you. Amidst the trophies of victory and the spoils of war, could there also be remnants of past conquests, perhaps the paw of a bear, the mane of a lion, or even the tail of a defeated adversary? These relics serve as tangible reminders of the moments when God wrought deliverance through David's hands, underscoring the miraculous victories that preceded his encounter with Goliath. It's a poignant reminder that all giants, no matter how imposing they may seem, inevitably shrink in comparison to the power and providence of God. Yet in the heat of the moment, when faced with our giants, they often appear larger and more formidable than reality dictates. It's easy to succumb to the illusion of their invincibility, forgetting the countless times when God has intervened on our behalf in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Each of us bears our lion and bear stories, moments when God's faithfulness and provision were made manifest in our lives. These are the testimonies that we must never forget, for they serve as anchors of faith in times of uncertainty and as beacons of hope amid adversity. So, as we reflect on David's victorious moment and the subsequent placement of Goliath's weapons in his tent, let us not only celebrate the triumph over a single giant, but also recognize the enduring faithfulness of God throughout our journeys. Let us heed the admonition to count our blessings, not merely as a trite cliche, but as a profound acknowledgement of God's mighty works in and through our lives. For it is in remembering and recounting these moments of divine intervention that we find the strength and courage to face our giants with unwavering confidence in the God who has proven himself faithful time and time again. Never underestimate the power of your lion and bear stories. These are the moments when you face seemingly insurmountable odds, only to witness God's miraculous intervention turning the impossible into reality. Whether it's recalling the desperate prayers whispered in moments of weak faith or reflecting on the magnificent, unforeseen outcomes orchestrated by divine grace, each victory becomes a testament to the faithfulness and sovereignty of God. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 with your name below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me, so I can pray for you. In the aftermath of every triumph, it's imperative to erect a mental trophy case, a repository for these sacred memories. Let them serve as tangible reminders of God's faithfulness and provision, ready to bolster your faith when confronted with new challenges. And when the moment of reckoning arrives, when the giants loom large and the odds seem stacked against you, cling to these 5 powerful words: the battle is the Lord's. Indeed, throughout David's encounter with Goliath, his unwavering focus remained fixed on the Lord his God. While others trembled in the shadow of the giant's imposing stature, David understood that victory was not contingent upon his strength or prowess, but upon the boundless might of his God. It's this profound reliance on God's sovereignty that earned David the distinction of being called a man after God's own heart. In the face of adversity, it's all too easy to succumb to the temptation of relying on our abilities or succumbing to fear and doubt. Yet, David's example reminds us that true strength lies in surrendering our battles to the Lord, acknowledging his supremacy over every giant we face. For there is no adversary too formidable, no obstacle too daunting that God's power cannot overcome. So, as you navigate the battlefield of life, let your gaze remain steadfastly fixed on the Lord. Trust in his unfailing promises, draw strength from his enduring faithfulness, and rest assured that in his hands, victory is not merely possible, it is assured. For indeed, the battle is the Lord's, and he reigns supreme over every giant that dares to defy his authority. If you like this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.